everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new video on the channel. No gameplay in this video, but instead we're going to introduce a fun project we're going to work on over the second half of the year. So over the second half of the year, we're going to work through a tournament in Title Bout II to determine the highly unofficial greatest boxer of all time according to Phoenix Knight. I've picked out 16 boxers for this tournament, and we're going to have some small stakes with it, so let's go ahead and meet the boxers. So pardon the overlay at the bottom of the screen. That was from my old Twitch days, but here you can see the layout of the brackets. We've got Tyson Fury versus Rocky Marciano as a first round matchup. The rest of them are Clubber Lang versus Ivan Drago, Buster Douglas versus Sonny Liston, Lennox Lewis versus Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson versus George Foreman, which should be quite the slugfest, Vitaly Klitschko against Evander Holyfield, Rocky Balboa taking on Vladimir Klitschko, and Ken Norton taking on Muhammad Ali. We've also got some special rules for this tournament. We'll detail those later. Right now, let's do something a little bit more fun. So I know it's late in the year, a bit late in the year for any kind of March Madness, but let's have our own little bracket contest. So I'll pin a comment in the video, and I'll pin a comment down below with a link to the Google sheet of the brackets, along with my email where you can send your bracket in after you fill it out. So as I mentioned, you can grab a copy of these brackets. You'll probably want to save them off in your own Excel document. Fill it out, and then email it back to me with your predictions for how it's going to go. In addition to that, also predict the number of rounds you think each fight is going to take. This will come into play in the scoring, which I'll explain that in a minute. So we'll attach some stakes to this as well. And here's how we're going to do that. So as I mentioned, fill out your bracket and put in the number of rounds you think each bout is going to take. So we're going to have a point system with this tournament where each correct winner will get 1 point. Then you'll get another point for the round prediction being correct, and you'll get a third point if both of those are correct. In addition to that, predicting the winner of the entire tournament correctly will also be worth an additional 5 points. With 15 bouts, 3 points apiece plus 5 will make for a grand total of 50 possible points in this tournament. So whoever has the most points when the tournament is over will actually get to pick a game that I'll feature on the channel in the first half of next year. Now, if you get a perfect bracket, which is 50 out of 50 points, then not only will you get to pick a game I feature on the channel in the first half of the year, but you'll also get to pick one of the campaigns for the year, with one of the Arkham Horror Files campaigns for the year, except for the winter campaign for Arkham Horror the card game. The reason I'm not going to make that one of the possible campaigns you get to pick, there are two reasons why I'm not going to make that one available to be picked. The main reason that this is not going to be an available campaign is by the time the tournament is over, I'm expecting the finals to be on Christmas Eve. By the time this tournament is over, I'll have to have the campaign picked and the decks pulled for it. So that's the main reason why I'm not going to make the winter campaign for the card game a campaign that you can pick from. Now, any other campaign with some caveats, and we'll touch base on that if you have a perfect bracket, will be fair game for the campaign. It will be fair game. As for the game suggestion, you can definitely suggest games I don't own in the collection. Just be aware that I'll need time to research the game and then buy and play it a few times before I get it on the channel. So if you're going to participate in this tournament, also please leave a comment on this video so I know to check my email for your bracket. Mostly just in case it gets kicked over to my spam folder. And unlike my giveaway for Hornet Leader, which by the way is still going to be open until Absolute War goes up on the channel next week, this will be open to my international subscribers as well. So if you live in Canada or outside the US anywhere, you can also grab a bracket, fill it out, and send it in. Because again, this will be just to pick a game that I feature on the channel. So in case we need tiebreakers, we'll have a couple of tiebreakers. The first tiebreaker will be whoever picks the number of rounds that the bout, whoever's closest on the number of rounds the final bout takes. And the second will be whoever predicted more fights correctly. In the event we need a third tiebreaker, it'll be whoever's winner goes the furthest in the tournament. So if we still have a tie after that, everyone who's tied will get to pick a game for me to feature on the channel. This should be a fun little thing on the channel, so hopefully you participate in this one. With that, let's wrap this video up. As I mentioned, the giveaway for Hornet Leader is still open, but only going to be until Wednesday. So if you haven't entered yet and you want to, as long as you're a US-based subscriber for that giveaway, find the video detailing the giveaway, leave a like and a comment detailing a game, product, or recipe you've tried because of one of my videos. As for what's coming up next, Sunday we're going back to our background campaign for Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, and Wednesday, game number 8 on my TAC Up Wargaming list takes us to the Soviet Union circa 1941 as we play Absolute War, the Russian Front 1941 to 45. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.